Welcome to Momatize Your Passion, the podcast for moms looking to use their passions to make a positive difference in the lives of others. I'm Tara Lawn, content strategist and certified life coach. I'm here to help you leverage the power of content creation and organic marketing so you can turn your passion and purpose into profit or a mission. Thanks for joining me. Hello and welcome to the show. So as we continue this replay season, as we wind down the year, I wanted to talk about ways to empower our kids to pursue their passions. So last week I played an episode, The Benefits of Encouraging Our Kids to Pursue Their Passions. And this week I want to talk about specific ways that you can encourage your kids to pursue their passions. So again, as we wind down this year, and as we look forward to a new year, this is a great time to reflect, to set out goals. So prayerfully, this episode will help you think of ways that you can encourage your kids to pursue their God-led passions so they can make an impact and a difference in this world. So without further ado, let's get into this episode. So first, I want you to know, moms, that it's important to pursue your passions in life. It paves the way to joy, contentment, fulfillment, and so much more. And by stirring up our God-given desires, we open the door for unexpected blessings. Plus, we have the privilege of serving others in the process. It is truly a win-win situation. So the first way that you can encourage your kids to pursue their passions is to lead by example. Now, speaking from my own experience, I've been pursuing my passions since before my kids were born. Now, when my kids were 3 and 5, I started pursuing my passion of writing and blogging, and I launched a website called Tinseltown Mom. So my kids were 3 and 5 at the time, and when I started my blog 10 years ago, they were there from the very beginning. And because I was interviewing celebrity moms, and I still do, it got a lot of attention, a lot of publicity. So they were there for all of that. And my blog was gaining a lot of traction at that time. And it opened the door for me to become a Peanuts brand ambassador. So I was able to show them that, yes, even though I have a full-time job, I still have other passions that I want to pursue on the side. And they were able to witness me actually pursuing them. And because I was pursuing my passion, we got to do all types of fun things together as a family. We spent a lot of quality time together. They got to go to several Peanuts screenings. They saw me get flown to the Peanuts headquarters to interview the actors and the filmmakers for the movie that came out. We got to go to a lot of different theme parks to represent Peanuts. They got a lot of swag, like free stuff from Peanuts that they often sent us. It was just a very fun time, and it was a fun bonding time, and it was because I was pursuing my passions. So they saw me pursuing my passion, and they still see me pursuing my passion. Years later, they still see me pursuing my passion. I've never stopped, and it's been great for me, but it's also great for them to see that it's normal to pursue your passions and actually encouraged. So I highly recommend, moms, that you not only pursue your passions, but you show them the importance of pursuing those passions. So the second way to encourage your kids to pursue their passions is to include them in your passions. So as I mentioned before, they've seen me pursuing my passions since they were little, and I included them in my passions early on, and to this day, they're teenagers now, 13 and 15, and they still are included in my passions. When I'm asked to do a sponsored post, I will do that post, but include them in it. I'll even pay them because I'm getting paid for it. So I give them a percentage of that. I ask them for ideas. My youngest has a YouTube channel. A lot of his videos go viral. So I'm always asking him for marketing ideas for YouTube. I ask them for guest ideas, and they're great with those ideas. I share with them when I get a win, especially if they know I'm trying to book a certain celebrity and maybe it's hard for me to actually secure them. When they get home from school, they'll ask me, Mom, did you secure that person? So they are included in everything that I do. They're included, and they see that this is important to me and it's a passion of mine. So they've seen me pursue this passion when it started off as a hobby. And over the years, they've seen me pursue this passion when it turned into a business. So they see the value of it for me, and they see the importance of it. So I'm trying to not only include them in what's important to me, but again, I'm trying to normalize that pursuing passions is important. And that's something that I want them to do as well. And that's something that I'll support them in. So the third way to encourage your kids to pursue their passions is to ask them what they're passionate about. Now, you may get the answer, I don't know, or I don't have any passions. And that's normal. They may say that because they don't realize what their passion is. Their passion can be something very innocuous and something they don't even realize is an actual passion of theirs. Their passion can be going to the park on the weekends and just reading a book. Their passions might be going to the beach and enjoying the waves. Their passion can be debating, or maybe it's public speaking, but they don't realize that that's an actual passion or that can actually be a passion. So ask them what they're passionate about. They may tell you some things, like they may say YouTubing or gaming or this or that. They may have some ideas already. Maybe it's sports or playing an instrument. But if they don't, and they don't know what those passions are, just make some suggestions and see if those are things that might resonate with them. My kids surfed for the first time when we were in Hawaii a year or so ago and really enjoyed it, especially my oldest. He really was a natural at it. It was really riding the waves. So is it a passion? I don't know, but it could be. There's a surf camp coming up at my church in the summer I'm going to bring up, and maybe that could spark something that he did a year ago. So you never know where that passion could arise in our kids, but us as parents can be the ones to help bring it out of them and just help them reflect on things that they've done that they may not even realize is an actual passion. So point out things that you see, things that they've done, and see if that turns into something. So that brings me to the fourth way to encourage your kids to pursue their passions, and that's to point out the gifts that you see in them. What are gifts and natural talents that you see in your kids? And I know I mentioned some of them earlier, like maybe it's debating, maybe it's public speaking, maybe it's reading. Maybe they can read through a book in one day and go on to the next book. Like that can turn into something. That can turn into a future English degree, or maybe they want to pursue writing when they get older, or maybe they want to write a book. Maybe it's playing an instrument, as I mentioned, or maybe it's something that's obvious that they already do, like playing a particular sport. Like I think my kids are natural entrepreneurs. They both have sold things online. My oldest started his own business. My youngest started his business at school, selling things to his friends and his peers. I mean, it did get shut down by the principal, but it was a great lesson. He was getting up early in the morning, working on a spreadsheet, buying the merchandise from the store, figuring out how much he wanted to make, how many people were interested in. He took a tally of who wanted what. So it was a real business, even though it was a very manual process. He learned a lot. So it was very sad when it got shut down. But again, it was a great learning experience, and it was an actual passion of his. So I see the entrepreneurial gifts in my kids, and I even told them when they get older, maybe they'll want to major in business when they go to college. So that gives them food for thought, and it helps them to reflect on things that are really important to them and things that they like, things where they have natural abilities and things that they're passionate about. So again, you pointing out things to them, it gets them thinking. Like you want them to reflect on things that bring them joy. You want them to reflect on things that they're gifted in, that they're truly passionate about. Because again, it can open up the door for when they're older to their future. It can open up the door to them actually even pursuing it before they get into college or before they become adults. And again, it can help them when deciding on what they want to major in college if they choose to go to college. So the fifth and final way to encourage your kids to pursue their passions, and this is not all inclusive, there are other ways, these are just my top ways, it's to support them in their hobbies. Actually, you should encourage their hobbies. So some of the hobbies can be things like cooking, gardening, gaming, taking care of pets. When I was younger, I collected coins with my dad. I used to play handball with my dad. We used to play games for hours. Like those were hobbies that I did when I was younger, and that could have led to something. It didn't. I think I mentioned to you in another episode, I loved making up plays when I was in elementary with my big sister and my cousins in the backyard. Every time they asked, what do you want to do? I would always say, let's make up a play. Let's make up a play. Like that was my thing. I didn't know it was going to lead into an acting passion, but it did. So you never know what things, like I feel like God puts things inside of us and he wants us to pursue those things because it helps the people that are around us, but it also brings us fulfillment as well. So it helps those around us and it brings us fulfillment. That's something you as a mom should be doing, pursuing those passions so you can tap into those God-led passions, but also encourage your kids to do it because that can change their life. It can change the trajectory of their life. It could change the lives of people that they encounter. So that's why you pursuing your passion, mom, and encouraging your kids to pursue their passions is so important. It's not in vain that we have these passions. They're to be stirred up and used for the benefit of others and for the fulfillment that we're going to get from it as well. So if you are struggling to optimize or grow your online brand, then feel free to click the link in the show notes where I can offer personalized coaching, or you can get on the list for my brand new membership for Christian women trying to grow their online brand. In the membership, we meet twice per month. I offer coaching, I offer auditing right in the membership. We support each other, we grow with each other. I pray over each member. If that's more in line with what you need for your brand, fill out the interest form. And if there's space available, you will hear from me. If not, I will put you on the waiting list for the official membership launch. All right, that's it. Thank you so much for listening today. If you know of someone else who could benefit from this episode, would you do me a favor and share this with them? My heart, my passion is to encourage you to pursue your God-led passions so you can make a positive impact in the lives of others. Until next time.